The Strange Curse of Ravenwood. In the northern part of Washington state, hidden between cozy mountain roads and dense forests, lies a small town, Ravenwood. Population: barely 2,500. The town is peaceful, beautiful, and just as mysterious. Locals always say, every tree here has a story, and not all stories end happily. It was early winter, the end of October. Fog everywhere. A young historian named Armin Khan arrived in the town for his new research work. He was born in America, but learned Bengali from his parents. For a university project, he needed to uncover the history of an old house called Ravenwood Mansion. The mansion was now owned by the town administration, and Armin had been granted permission to stay there for some days. Everyone warned him, be careful in that mansion. Even if you hear sounds after midnight, don't open the door. Armin laughed, thinking, ghosts don't exist. But he didn't know. Every wall, every window, every beam of the Ravenwood Mansion holds a woman's cry and a history written in blood. First night, welcome. People escorted him to the mansion. Dense forest around, tall trees, damp cold wind. The house looked royal, but broken windows and shaky balcony made it eerie. Armin dropped his bags and walked inside. Dust-covered floors, old vines crawling across the walls. In one corner hung a huge portrait. A woman, age about 26 to 27, eyes filled with mystery. Her name was Eleanor Harris, wife of the mansion's former owner. She disappeared mysteriously in 1924, never found again. Armin opened his notebook and wrote, Eleanor Harris, missing. Case closed. But where is the truth? 12 a.m. Wind grew stronger. Windows rattled. A faint whisper echoed near his ear. Don't go there. Armin froze. Who's there? No answer. He shook it off, thinking, imagination. He turned off the light and went to sleep. 2:13 a.m. Someone gently knocked on his bedroom door. Tock, tock, tock. Armin stood up and opened the door. No one there. A cold breeze touched his face from the dark hallway. And then he saw the portrait on the wall. Eleanor's painted eyes were now looking at him and smiling. The lost diary. Next morning, Armin was roaming the mansion taking notes. Suddenly, he noticed a stuck drawer in the downstairs library. After several attempts, it opened. Inside was an old dust-covered diary. On the first page, it said, Eleanor Harris, 1923. Armin began to read. It has been 3 weeks. William's behavior has changed. He says I'm hallucinating. But I know what I saw last night. In the basement, a woman, hair loose, just staring at me. William said, it's in your head, but I know what I saw is real. This house doesn't like me. On the next page, written with trembling handwriting, if anyone finds this diary, leave this place. Hearing whispers from the basement at night means you have been chosen. Armin shuddered, but no one else was in the mansion. The basement. That night, Armin couldn't sleep. He kept thinking, where did the sound come from? 1:45 a.m. He heard movement beneath the floor, like someone walking. Armin grabbed a flashlight and went downstairs. Once he reached the basement, his skin crawled. Old furniture, broken mirrors, torn cloths. Suddenly, his flashlight fell on an old wooden door. Carved on it, don't open. Armin whispered, why? Nothing to be afraid of. But he remembered the diary. Hearing whispers from the basement means you are chosen. Suddenly, from behind the door, a woman sobbed, please, help me get out. I've been here so long. Armin touched the door. It's cold. He heard again, please, help me. As he was about to open it, he caught his reflection in the broken mirror beside the door. His reflection's eyes were bleeding, and the reflection whispered, do not open it. William's dark truth. Armin went to the town archive to investigate. He found an old newspaper from 1924, Ravenwood Chronicle, February 11th, 1924. William Harris, owner of Ravenwood Mansion, declared his wife mentally unstable. He claimed she suffered hallucinations. She was last seen in the mansion basement. Armin whispered, "Did William lock Eleanor up?" A senior librarian overheard him. She spoke slowly. "People believe she didn't die in the basement. She's still here." "But how?" The old woman only said, "Ravenwood never lets anyone go." Armin didn't want to listen anymore. Eleanor's presence. Next night, the power went out. Armin climbed upstairs with a flashlight. On the top of the staircase stood a woman. Long white gown, hair covering her face, feet not touching the floor. Armin swallowed his fear. Who are you?" The woman slowly lifted her face. Eleanor, pain, hatred, and vengeance in her eyes. "Why did you open my diary?" Armin stepped back. "I just wanted to know the truth." Eleanor began to move. No footsteps. She was floating. Her voice trembled. "William stole my life. Now I will steal everything of his." Armin realized he was becoming William's replacement. "Leave the mansion." Armin ran down the stairs, but the main door slammed shut, locked from the inside. He yelled, "Who locked it?" Only Eleanor's faint laugh replied. The final game. Armin realized that to escape, he needed to free Eleanor. He rushed to the basement again. From behind the door, Eleanor's voice came. "Break the lock. Set me free." Armin was about to break the lock when he noticed the diary's last page. Last line of the diary. "I am not trapped here. The basement is trapped. If you open the door, the one trapped will be you." Armin's head spun. He understood. Eleanor didn't want freedom. She wanted revenge. The basement door slowly opened by itself. Darkness inside. Armin stepped back. Suddenly, he felt a cold hand on his shoulder. Eleanor whispered into his ear, "William trapped me. Now it's my turn." Armin screamed, "No!" All lights shut off. Silence. 1 year later, people of Ravenwood still avoid walking past the mansion. The administration sends a new historian to research it. Her name, Lena Watson. As soon as she enters, she stops before the portrait. Eleanor is no longer in the frame. Instead, the portrait shows Armin's picture. His eyes are red, terrifying, staring directly at the new guest. A whisper flows through the cold wind. "Ravenwood never lets anyone go."